What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to YASSERTV. And yeah, man, another day, another transfer window update, and a little football chat. Obviously, depending where the chat ends up taking us, you know what I mean? You never know about the chat, man. Sometimes taking us left, whatever. And yeah, man, I just wanted to do a bit more like interactive streams, innit? Like a bit more. I'm lucky enough where some people always chat to me on the stream, so it's like I'd rather, you know, have a conversation, see what people think about certain players and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, now, big up to SAFC Tom Wallace. I don't know if it's a Newcastle fan. What is this, bro? I don't know if it's a Newcastle fan or... Okay, now maybe it's just taking a mick out of Liverpool. Yeah, but I don't know what's that got to do with us, mate. Like, we ain't got no beef with Liverpool, you know? Like, not really, not like that. The only thing I don't like about Liverpool is that they used to moan a lot when we used to spend money. But now it's like, oh, is this how it feels to spend money? They like it now. Do you know what I mean? They like it. Anyway, now, yeah, make sure you slap the likes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And yeah, man, we're on the road to 500 subscribers. I think we're like 72. I don't know, bro. I think it's 76. Yeah, we're 76 away from 500. If we can hit that before the start of the season, then we can do the little road to 1K. Yeah, man. Listen, I'm tired today, man. Do you know what I mean? I've gone to work, quickly came back. You know what I mean? I got the tea. Do you know what I mean? If you're an Arab, that's what we do, man. Drink tea and that. Big up to Paris Manda, man. Hope you're doing well as well. And yeah, but let's get into this, innit? There's so much news that dropped from yesterday. Because remember, yesterday I think it was yesterday I done a stream, yeah? Nah, I done one Sunday, but I'm not sure if I done one yesterday. So let's see what's going on, innit? So let me have a look real quick. Yeah, man, I'm good, man. I'm good. Not that much news, obviously, but it's kind of dry. But we have heard some stuff. And yeah, man, I'm just trying to see what's going on, what people think about some of the news and that. Let me see how I can share this screen. Let's go to the first one, innit? Let's go to the first guy. First guy. That's it. let's close this. So West Ham Central posted this out yesterday. Do you know what I mean? Yesterday, saying that West Ham would be interested in something a loan to buy, innit? If they can get a loan to buy, they're willing to do it. But for us, we'd rather have it to be like an obligation to buy, innit? Because if it ain't an obligation to buy, bro, what's the point? You know what I mean? What's the point? If it's not an obligation to buy, you know what I mean? If you're trying to get one of our players, yeah, and it's not an obligation to buy, then all we say to you is,
do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
that's it. Do you know what I mean? It's simple as get out of here. You know what I mean? If you're not gonna spend the money to buy the player, then we don't need it. Do you know what I mean? We don't need it. But yeah, that's Dewsbury Hall. He looks like he's obviously on the way out. And I hear it, but you guys were better off with Gallagher. But this is the thing, okay, Gallagher, I didn't mind Gallagher at the team at the time, yeah? Because what I said is that with Gallagher, it was, for me, he couldn't be a starter. You know what I mean? He would have been a good backup, you know what I mean, a runner. Do you know what I mean? Someone that helped the team. And, you know, sometimes you need that tenacity and whatever in midfield, innit? Like, he could have been a good backup, but he just wanted to start and all that, and I thought, nah. And if we were gonna end up keeping Pochettino, yeah, I didn't want to take the risk. I did not want to take the risk, yeah. I did not want to take the risk with doing that, bro, because I know how he is. He's gonna kill, man, bro. He was gonna start him over all these other players that we had, and then he was just gonna violate us, bro. Do you know what I mean? He was gonna violate us. Now let me add this here, yeah, so I can still see your chat, so you man can still see your own chats. Do you know what I mean? We'll make that a little bit smaller. Boom, sorted. Yeah, I hear it with Gallagher. You go, yeah, you're big up Godfrey, man. Yeah, listen, man. You know what I mean? I had Arsenal fans telling me yesterday, listen, if Simmons, even Devante told me yesterday, if Simmons joins Chelsea, I'm going to start watching Chelsea. You know what I mean? Nah, Simmons is a baller. But the thing with Simmons, yeah, he's similar to Felix. Some people say, oh, that's a disrespect. Don't say that. Nah, he's a bit different or whatever, but he's kind of similar. Like, he's similar. You can play him on the left. You can play him in the 10. You can play him in midfield. Nah, not in midfield, but in the 10. But at the same time, he has good ball striking. But when I say similar to Felix, yeah, it's like it's up and down, innit? It's up and down. So like, if everything's going well, he can play really well. But sometimes he doesn't play really well. So there's a bit of an inconsistency going on. Maybe if he goes to the right team, you know what I mean? Hopefully, innit? Hopefully. Oh, this guy. Oh, yo, TTF, man. Please, man. Just, you know what I mean? Give me the Jackson money, bro. Just give me the Jackson money. You know what I mean? You're my guy, but listen, I just want my Jackson money, innit? I don't want anything else, bro. You know what I mean? Simmons is not a baller. You know what I mean? You got a good, I mean, the 2 10s or 3 10s, because remember, Ahmad can play in the 10, yeah? But your 3 10s are actually good. Yeah, I mean, I rate Cunha, I rate Mbuemo. And I'm not one of them guys that's saying he spent 60 million, 70 million on him. I think that's waffle, innit? There's no point like moaning about how much you spend on a player when he's good. Nah, bro. We're splashing mad wake money on Simmons, bro. Listen, we won between 60 and 80, but we'll get into Jackson, innit? We'll get into Jackson, bro. We'll get into Jackson. Okay, cool. Let's get to the next one. Let me close this here so we can get into the next one. Mr. Trevor Chalobah. Now, we heard that after his performances, yeah, this season, that we weren't really looking to sell him, innit? We weren't really looking to sell him. He's a good backup option. Obviously, we ended up bringing him back from sending him on loan. But we kind of done him dirty though. We send him in the bomb squad, then we send him on loan, and then when we send him on loan, we ended up calling him back in January. Do you know what I mean? So Yeah, man. They're saying that according to Simon Johnson's, they're saying that Chelsea are still open for offers for Trevor Chalobah. This is because Wesley Fofana is still considered ahead of him in the pecking order. Now I hear it, but for the way he's been performing, I don't think selling him right is the right time unless you get someone that's way better than him, bro. Like someone that is starting ahead of Fofana, or do you know what I mean, where you can put him down and then Fofana can be playing occasionally and just to get back to fitness, bro, because he's not really 100% yet. He rushed himself back and he's not 100% yet. Yo, big up Blacker, man. Big up propaganda machine, my brother. Yeah, man. So this is the the Trevor Chalobah news. Let's go to what else? What else do I have here in my, do you know what I mean? In my little okay. Chelsea have rejected offers to sell Mark Gill. Now he was linked to Ipswich. I think he was linked to, yeah, we tried to ship him to Ipswich, yeah, so that he can cover for, he can be the new guy taking over from Delap over there. But yeah, I think a lot of people want him outside the country, but not a lot of people want him here. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people want him. Well, we don't really want to send him outside of England, and I think him getting that experience playing in England would help his development a lot. And if he's shown some signs in it from when we've played that he's actually a natural striker, he knows where to be and stuff like that. But obviously he needs to have more playing time, bro. And with some of the players that we've bought, he's not gonna get that extra playing time. So I hear it. Who's next? Obviously, I don't want to go into this, bro. Do I have anything before I go into? Okay, cool then. Yeah, look at Hato. Now, obviously, we heard about the Hato links. Now, with Hato, obviously, he's known like in Holland. Yeah, the way they talk about him is like he's the Dutch. What do they call him? The left-footed timber. That's what they call him. But he's not as good defensively as him, innit? So, I'm not sure, man. I think he's a good. We need that left back covered, innit? We need that Cucurella position. We need that backup, someone that can play there. And then if you can get someone that can also play left centre back, that would help because obviously we might end up sending. What's it called? We might end up sending. Obviously, we are trying to sell Mr. Ronaldo Vega. Do you know what I mean? And if we sell Ronaldo Vega, then you can kind of hear that you might need that left centre back, left back, both. That got a player that can play both of those positions, innit? Obviously it says here that according to Simon Johnson, I think his name's Simon Johnson. His name's Simon Johnson, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Chelsea have made fresh inquiry for Jorge. Nothing has a progress yet, but the situation is said to be ongoing. Yeah, man. Why is Ten Hag trending though, bro? I don't know what's happened, bro. I ain't even checked my phone today. So yeah, man. That's the Hato thing. Yeah. I'll have a look at this. I'll read the chat. Like, I'm not ignoring anyone in the chat. I'm just trying to go through this now, and then I'll go through the chat, and then we'll just have a conversation about all the players and what you guys think about the moves and everything, bro. What else do I have? Yeah, man. Raheem the Dream, the guy that what I mean. Okay, you know what? Yeah, cause TTM, cause you're my guy. Let's check it, innit? Yeah, why not? Why not? 21 hours ago, Victor Boniface, Xavi Alonso and some of his assistants and several players have left, but we've also got some good players and great coach in Eric Ten Hag, who had a lot of success at Ajax and Manchester United. Garnacho being left out is one of the clearest signs that Amorim's changing the culture. This guy's a waffler, bro. Okay, now I'm not trying to hear this. Ooh. Granit Xhaka informs Bayer Leverkusen he only wants to join Sunderland as club-to-club stock continue. Yay, Granit Xhaka, I didn't want to waste the remaining years of my career playing under a manager like Ten Hag, who doesn't even know how to beat an under 20. Yeah, this has to be a troll. Yo, this yeah must be trolling, bro. This it has to be. That's not a real quote. Nah, that's not a real quote. I don't care. I'm crying. All it took was one game under Ten Hag to quit. Yeah, so they basically what's happening is they're trolling. Okay, cool. Because Shaka wants to leave, everyone's trying to troll. Man watched Ten Hag's training session one preseason game where they hold five, and he said, "You know what? I ain't gonna Yo, he tried to play that 3-1-6, yeah, and bro, the Ten Hag effect. One game in charge, and they flee into Sunderland. Okay, 90% of the Bayern Leverkusen team has informed the club of their wish to leave after the club refused to sack Ten Hag following the 5-1 defeat. This is unbelievable, bro. This got that. I know, you know what it is, yeah? Yeah, it's not even a rule. I told you, man, people are trolling. Shaka saw that Ten Hag midfield structure after one game. Eric Ten Hag tactics that bad? Once again, he fancies a relegation scrap. You know, yeah, yo. That's smart, though. That's Ten Hag and go. Yo, that's Ten Hag and go. Is that what you're telling me? It's funny. Oh. Hey, listen. You might have to sign him back, bro. Yeah, the Ten Hag thing. I mean, sorry, man said the Ten Hag. The De Gea thing was mad. Yeah, the way he dived. Because remember, the way Onana dives is he jumps in the air and then lands and he leaves that gaff underneath him, innit? Tengo. What's a Tengo? Yeah, look, man got running away from Champions League football here to a newly promoted side. Bro, that's crazy, bro. You know, sometimes, yeah, some managers are trending, but it don't make sense. Ballers are leaving Ten Hag. Yeah, look at this. Yeah. Why are you running? Why are you running? Yo, why are you running? Listen, I blame TTM for this, bro. Man said, yo, can we pre the Ten Hag hate? And now we just gone left. So if you're watching this on the replay, you know what I mean? Blame TTM, bro. You know what I mean? Blame TTM. Listen, we'll get back into this anyway. I want to see what the Arteta and the Marino one are, innit? They must be getting cooked, bro. Chelsea Dodgers account. Yes, so going back to this now, yeah. Matt off really ruined his own reputation. GGMU was never the problem. Listen, now you got, what's it called? A Portuguese Donny, bro. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah. And he was balling out in midfield, scoring bangers. Sorry. Scoring bangers and that. He was doing his thing, bro. No. Going back to Raheem the Dream and all of that. Do you know what I mean? He said he's gonna show Arsenal fans the best of him and that. And now we're trying to get rid of him for 20 million, bro. You know what I mean? Listen, I don't remember. I barely watched them, bro. I was watching like highlights and that. So I could be wrong. But it wasn't Wirtz though. It wasn't Wirtz. It wasn't Shaka. Then who was it, bro? How come man say he wasn't the captain, but he's not telling us who the captain is, bro? Come on, Godfrey, bro. Tell us who the captain was, bro. He began pre-season training last week, and a Champions League club is keen to sign him. Yeah, and I think I read it somewhere else as well. Yeah, where was it? Yeah, apparently some unknown club and that is looking to sign him and that, bro. I don't know. Like, listen, him just get rid of him, innit? Him, Chilwell, Reece James, and I think those for 3 or 4, whatever they are, those were the players that when Todd Bowley came in and he tried to do the whole football manager thing, yeah, he gave them all big contracts and Nkunku. Because remember, these man don't really care about slapping. Yeah, that's it. Tar. Ah, I forgot about Tar. He's at Bayern now, innit? And obviously, he's slapped. He's American, innit? With them sports, these one giving max contracts left, right, and center. So he just basically bought Raheem Sterling, and he was supposed to be our experienced player that kind of would have led the team in it. So it didn't work out the way it worked like we wanted it to. Turned out, he was on a downhill. Obviously, we gave Chilwell and Reece James the contract because obviously we wanted to protect them in terms of like give them that contract so they don't end up leaving. And yeah, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I'm trying to see who they end up shifting it to. I don't see him obviously going back to Arsenal. He barely got any games over there. I did read somewhere that Arteta was saying that he's willing to. What did he say again? I think he said something about they not really thinking of buying another striker, but if they do, yeah, I mean not a striker, another attacker. They trying to get another attacker, but it has to be a market opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. TTM. That's the thing, But a lot of people didn't see it like that. A lot of people just saw it as someone just throwing money, and even me saying football managers, just because he tried to control everything himself at the time. But then he started to realize that football is different to whatever sports that he was doing like he's used to. And when the season ended at the time, and I don't remember, we had that bad run with Potter. He sacked Potter, and then he basically came out and said, "Yo, my bad, innit? Like." I didn't know that whatever I'm gonna end up, I'm gonna bring in a sporting director. We're gonna bring get all that sorted out. And because he recognized his mistake and he was like, listen, I know I messed up on this. I'm gonna try to sort it out. I never felt the need to get him out of here. He's stupid. He wasted money and all that. Like, listen, a man recognized his mistake, yeah. So he even tried to do the right thing. It just didn't work out. So at least the intentions were in the right place. Cool. And this is why, I mean, kind of Arsenal fans kind of ruined the whole patience thing for us, innit? Because if I say give him patience, it's gonna start sounding like a top gooner, bro. But sometimes you need patience, especially when it comes to this possession football and all that. It takes like a year to click, bro. Until then, if it doesn't look good, it don't look good at all. It just looks like players are scared to pass forward or take the risk or be in certain positions, and they just want to take the safest like option and that, and you see it. Like, until it actually clicks, until all the players know what the football's like, it's a bit, you know what I mean? It's like whatever. And I know when some people are losing their mind, but the way our fans were losing their mind was in a way that kind of never made sense, innit? Because it was more like, we're not gonna make top four, we're not gonna get the Europa League, or we're not gonna win the Conference League, just because we had a few bad runs in games. And I'm like, being good in the beginning kind of kept us higher on the table, yeah. Because remember, we were not in the title race, but we were up there till December, and then we just fell off, yeah. Because I think in Boxing Day, whatever that game was against Everton, against Everton, where if we beat them at the time when we went to Goodison Park, we could have been top of the league just that day. So we were kind of around there, but then we just fell off in the easy run, whatever you want to call it. So that kind of gave us a little bit of help in terms of the end of the season. That if we start winning games, should be all sorted. Now, going back to Sterling, yeah. Listen, just pack your bags in it. Like, it can't offer you anything. You can't get anything from him as a player, and that. I don't know, innit? I don't know, like 20 million, sell him on, and then you know how the football thing is. Like 20 million, if you sell the player, that could be a year's payment for another player. If you're playing someone else's payment in installments, bro, sell him, bro. You know what I mean? You don't need him, bro. Yeah, the Athletic posted the same thing. This is today, that this morning at 8:30. Let me put the transfer thing here. We will have a look at this later and see if there's anything else, any other news. I bet it's Manchester United. Yeah. See, there's a Champions League club in Europe is keen to sign Sterling, who's available for 20 million. Yeah, I'm thinking if it's a Champions League club in Europe, it's hard to guess, innit? But if we're talking about it being in England, it's probably Tottenham, bro. They need a left winger. Not that I think he probably wouldn't mind going in it, but it's not like he's our legend and that, bro. He just goes, let him go in it. I hear it. Now, going to another one of our players now, Nkunku, aka Nklunky, Nklunky, whatever you want to call him. He's been a disappointment, innit, in general. Like if I think about like what I expected from him when he came in, yeah, man, I wasn't like, it was a bit, you know what I mean? Like, nah, man, I wanted more from him, man. I expected him to be better, but it never worked out. Big failure, bro. Obviously he did contribute to the Conference League thing. That's where he was starting. But if you think about him coming in, obviously it was unfortunate that the injury he got. The injury he got was unfortunate. You know, but this is the thing though, yeah. My thing is that it's one of those situations, yeah, that just keep like sell him, bro. Listen, he suits Liverpool, he suits Arsenal, he's the type of striker Arsenal would have gone for anyway. Do you know what I mean? A guy can link up but can finish as well. But you know what it is? To be fair to him though, yeah. If I'm gonna be fair to him, I think, let me go back to this here. One sec. I think Nkunku, I don't know where he would go, you know. I don't know, man. I know he's linked to Bayern Munich. He's another guy. And apparently we've discussed him with Leipzig. If we do try to get whoever the other guy's name is, Simmons, and if we get Xavi Simmons, it could be a swap thing. Big up Lex, man. Hope you're doing well, bro. Yeah, man. Look at you, man. You're spending like us, man. You know what I mean? Well, not now, but you get the point. Like, you're spending money. Finally spending money. You found the wallet. I heard you found oil underneath Anfield. Do you know what I mean? They're spending money now, man. Good that, bro. Liverpool, good signings. I'll get into that anyway, man. Once I finish with this. Listen, I can't lie, yeah. We make so much sales that I don't really care. Like, some of the players, I just want them gone, innit? Like, just to have that space in the squad. And then we don't have to deal with them later on, yeah? Like how United still has to deal with Rashford. I know they've got rid of him for this season, but at the end of the day, the player can come back next year and he still have to deal with it. Similar to how he came back from Villa when people thought, you know what, he can leave. But yeah, man, I think Nkunku, 22 million, that dropped that by 22 million. So yeah, we wanted like 60 million or something, and now we want to sell him for like 43 or something. I think we can sell him, and I think we might sell him to Bayern Munich, really, if he doesn't go back to Leipzig, yeah? Because they still need a 10. They haven't bought a 10. Obviously, Musiala got injured in the Club World Cup. The only thing is, yeah, Nkunku, I don't know, man. Certain players just hit form when you don't want them to hit form. He hit form in the conference, in the Club World Cup. He started hitting form. I was like, please don't say you want to keep him now. Just sell him. You know what I mean? Just sell him, bro. I don't need all that with me right now. Just sell him. So we'll see what happens, innit, with this guy. Me, yeah, man, I want to get rid. I can't lie. Get rid, mate. Do you know what I mean? If I can just get a couple more players in, specifically that left back, that centre back, but well, left centre, goalkeeper, man. Goalkeeper. We need to talk about this goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, here he's going. Now, hopefully, yeah, I'm praying we ship this guy to Benfica, innit? We just ship him to Benfica, but I know they're going to be difficult about this. Yeah. They like to, you know what I mean? They like to do the whole, we only want to buy the player for the man. We want to buy the player and all that. But we'll see, man. That's obviously, man, like João Felix. He didn't really get a fair chance anyway. Like, if I'm going to be honest, there was times in our bad run where Palmer wasn't performing and you had him sitting on the bench and he never played him. Like, there was the Leicester game, I remember, like, he played 2 10s and he played him and Palmer in the 2 10s and we balled out. I think, personally, I think he's never really been given a proper chance, innit? But at the same time, you know, if you know a lot of other players are coming in, sometimes maybe just sell the player, bro. That's what it's looking like. You know what I mean? Our fan base is kind of already tired of him. And sometimes obviously he went to Milan and he started well in the beginning, but Milan has so much issues, bro, that it just at some point he looks like he's a vibes guy, innit? If everything's going well, he's one of them guys that will just perform to that level, and if not, then he just performs at how everyone else is doing around him. But yeah, man. Man said, brother, he's from He Sports. Even said He Sports. Who's this? I don't know who this guy is, bro. I thought he was from yeah, he works at the Athletic, bro. Unless you're talking about someone else, but I don't know. Let's close it now. Plettenberg. Now let's go to the Xavi Simmons thing, innit? I've heard that there's obviously the Xavi Simmons thing, yeah. We heard yesterday that it was us and who's the other team? Arsenal were involved or looking at him and that. And look, I think he can add a lot to our team. Obviously, the one red flag from him is that he likes moving from team to team to team to team, which obviously it's not something. If you do spend some money on him, you don't want him to be moving from team to team, bro, left, right, and center 24/7. Like, he gotta be, trying to stay at one place. I think that he's starting to realize that he does want to join one of the big teams, and at the same time, he does have to play consistent football, because we know that those managers, bro, in Holland, they're not gonna play you in the. You're not gonna get that Dutch spot. You're not gonna get that Dutch spot, yeah, if you don't play football consistently, bro. We've seen how the manager treated what's that guy that played winger he went to Saudi, bro. He used to play for Tottenham. He used to play. He went back to, I think he went to Ajax, and then he decided to go Saudi, and then the guy was like, listen, I ain't playing you, bro. I don't know, the name's gone on my mind, but Bergwijn, that's it. Bergwijn, that's it. Yeah, he's not part of the Dutch squad no more because man ain't played him. Bro, is Højbjerg Dutch, bro? Højbjerg's from Denmark or something. But no, it's Bergwijn. Yeah, but he ended up going Saudi. And then I think he went back. So from Tottenham, he went to Ajax, and then from Ajax, he played there for a bit, and he sold them to Saudi, and he stopped getting. He was like, listen, if you go Saudi at this age, yeah, we're not calling you up to the Dutch squad. That's what that manager was on, innit? So we'll see. But obviously, Florian Plettenberg, he posted saying that, yeah, but Memphis is like. It's gonna sound so stupid, but he's like, at the moment, he's almost like our CR7. Like, Portugal, like, you don't really need to play CR7 because he's holding them back here in terms of the way they play. But it's CR7, innit? So you're gonna play him. It's similar that with Memphis. Do you know what I mean? They were like, you know what? Because if you look down at our strikers, yeah, it literally falls from like a Memphis to like a Weghorst. And like them players, innit? Like none of like even what's his name? Brian Brobby. He's a fraud as well, bro. Like he ain't no like, bro, come on. He's like he ain't good either. So it's like when you go down the list, yeah, they can't really play Xerxes there because unless they're playing in a way that he drops deep, or he plays him in the 10 and he plays another striker ahead of him, yeah. So Xerxes can play there, but Xerxes would usually drop deep, so he plays other players that can make those runs around him. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, exactly, Godfrey. If you know, you know. So they just play Memphis because if he gets those chances, he'll score the goals, innit? He's not one of them man that misses a lot of like easy chances and that. But you know what it is, yeah? A lot of players are moving, especially those players that are good technically, yeah. They need to start moving to teams that play more possession-based football, man. A lot of these players are going to like counter-attacking teams and this and that, and they aren't able to contribute as much as when it's like link-up possession, that kind of thing. So if this is the right move for him, that's obviously we'll have to still wait and see. And obviously, I think I'll see if we can see the price later, yeah. because I read something about 50 million because they. So what happened was they agreed a deal for 50 million plus 20 million add-ons. Yeah, that's what Leipzig said they'll pay PSG, but they never hit the add-ons, which means that they can sell us the player for less money. So obviously we're gonna see of how much we're gonna end up buying him from them. And for Bayern Munich, so let's say talks between Chelsea and Xavi Simons' camp, which also includes his brother Faustino, will continue today. And they said, we try to do the Eden Hazard and Thorgan Hazard thing, we're gonna get them both, blood, as a package, as a package, bro. The goal is to reach a verbal agreement. Xavi is open to the move. Talks with Leipzig will follow in due course. In the event of a transfer, Chelsea can imagine playing with 2 number 10s, which is something that I spoke about earlier when we done that with Felix, innit? But maybe Felix's work rate is something that the manager doesn't like, innit? Even if you don't play with 2 10s, I think the manager might want to switch to 2 10s in a game, and he wants to have that option. And that's what I like about Maresca, man. He's willing to play in different, like he's willing to change the formation, change the system, try different things, which is important as well, innit? So let's see, innit? What did it say? Talks with Leipzig will follow in due course in the event of a transfer. Chelsea can imagine. Yeah, Arsenal are so far only waiting in the wings. As for Bayern, he remains a personal topic for Max Eberl. He's the guy they don't like. You know what I'm saying? He calls him a fraud as well. At present, however, there is still no progress despite stalled negotiation with Nick Waldemart. Listen, I wanted that guy, innit? I seen him play, bro. I was like, yeah. Listen, just add him to the list, with Gu and them, man. He can hold bench, send him on loan. And then if one of our strikers don't cook, then we got another striker, bro. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'll show you. I don't know. I'll check out his price tag now because I had it somewhere, but I think I closed the tab in it. One sec. I'll have a look at it now. We'll check out Fabrizio's page as well, just for what's it called? Just to see. Where is it, bro? Bro, bro, people were laughing at him, like even in my fan base, they were saying, why would you want a player like him, who I think at the time he was like 20, I think he's 20 something, and he was playing with like the younger players in that Euros. Oh, you just look at his size, and he's just playing with kids, like he's playing against kids, like that's the people. And I was thinking, what? Now, why does that matter? We already covered that. Chelsea's qualification. Yeah, man. Yeah, listen, I know that you lot always see me wear the hats and that, but that's just because I don't always like getting haircuts all the time. I know it sounds like laziness and that, but it's like, I don't know, man. I don't see it like just every day, man's trying to get like every 2 weeks, man's running to the barber, but you have to sit and wait. So I like to grow my hair and just get a trim like number 2. Yeah, I mean small taper fade, taper a little bit at the bottom, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? Cause bro, every time man is just doing skin face, bro, man is just there doing your head like bald, and you see always people getting cuts, and not really cuts, yeah, but it's like, yeah, that's Godfrey, that's the guy with the nose, isn't it? He got Aaron's nose, that little sideways nose, isn't it? If you know, you know, innit? Okay, let me see. Let me just go into the Xavi Simons thing, yeah, because he was trending. We might just find the post, bro. I don't know where I put the post. You know what? You know what caught me off guard, yeah? Xavi Simons and Wirtz scored. They both scored 10 goals last season in the league. But at the same time, people don't realize, yeah, that I also do the hat thing. Yeah, bro. You know what it is? Yeah, it's not even like I'm scared to get a haircut or I'm lazy or whatever. But I used to have afros in it, like a bigger afro. And I used to see, you know what? Let me just whatever. But now I like doing it, but it's just like, where's the price, bro? I read the price earlier, now I can't find it. Yeah, you see, these men are saying Liam Delap, Colwell, and Moses Caicedo all followed Xavi Simmons. So are you not gonna tell me? Okay, price. I'll have to find the price in it. It doesn't say it. Even. Listen, yeah, we'll go with. I don't know, bro. I don't know, cause I had this article open and I don't know why I closed it. I had an article open that was telling me how much they were asking for, yeah, and I'm pretty sure it was like between 50 and 50, around 50, 60 million, like something in between. Bro, I think he will be joining in it, but you still have to make sure. Obviously, you know what, yeah, while I'm finding this, because I'm trying to find it to make sure that I don't want to be waffling on stream, yeah, but obviously the whole news came out that apparently we tried to hijack Mbwemo and that, which, like, I don't think, I'm not that stupid, in it, like, I don't think that happened. No, I don't have. And then later on the news came out saying, yeah, I don't think it happened and that. And but I do think he'll join Chelsea. Like, I don't know, man. Something's telling me he'll join Chelsea, innit? Something's telling me. And for me, if that helps me, not get what's it called? If that helps me not get Garnacho, then cool. Big up AJ, man. Hope you're doing well, bro. I'm just trying to find something. Cause an hour ago, let me put this tweet out. The Chelsea Dodgers page, so obviously Fabrizio Romano quote was saying that Xavi Simmons, yeah, from Facebook, he posted on Facebook, Xavi Simmons has completely opened doors to Chelsea as his priority now. Club to club talks are set to start, which are supposed to be done today apparently. So we'll see. Okay, that's nothing important. Please, man, just show me the price. What is the price? I'm fuming, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good. Yeah, man. We're just going over some transfers. I've started with, like, obviously some of the Chelsea ones, and then obviously from there on, I'm trying to see, like, if we can see whether we want to cover anything else, bro. But okay, the Pies tweeted this. Yeah, he said Xavi Simmons' fee expected to be lower than the reports of 60 million pounds. And if that's something, I don't mind, bro. Because remember, yeah, some of these players have certain levels of value in it, in the market. So some of you obviously United fans and all that. You guys know, yeah, that when you do watch, like, we might not rate some of these players, yeah, but like, just because we don't rate the player, don't mean that they have not necessarily a fan base, yeah, but they have, like, people in Europe and all these other countries that do rate them. So you kind of have to be, not careful, but you can still ship a player off. Do you get what I'm saying? You can still sell a player. So just because you think he's not worth anything, don't mean he's not actually worth anything. So yeah, like especially with like Xavi Simmons and that, yeah, you can buy him for 60 million, but then it's similar to what United did with like Di Maria and that. You can get rid of a player before you've paid all the payments, and then you haven't really lost money. Do you get it? So you can get like book value and all that. We sold Lukaku for 30 million, and at the time, we've just balanced the books. Do you know what I mean? Like you haven't really lost anything. Sorry. Yeah, but the funny thing is, yeah, Godfrey, is that Madueke and Simmons have the Ali Barat guy in it, who's supposed to be their agent. Now he for some reason, I think, you know what, if you can help me get a move with this player, I could try to get you that player who might not be happy, whatever, innit? So, and for me, if you do sell a player from like get 52 million pound, whatever that we're getting for our player, yeah, and then I'm buying Simmons, that's again you helping me get a better player, bro. And this is why I don't get this whole thing in it about, oh, it's not embarrassing, and bro, it's embarrassing, fam. I'm gonna be honest with you. Bro, if when you bought Kepa, you could have helped me get money on. Now you said buying Madueke off me, and you can help me get Simmons, bro. This is where my mind just I can't like fathom this, and it don't make sense to me, bro. Do you know what I mean? Let's go back to this now, yeah. So yeah, we've read this already, in regards of obviously Xavi Simmons. Let's not just say Xavi, bro. Let's say Xavi Simmons, bro. You know what I mean? Obviously Twitter's Twitter. You're gonna get all the banter and all that. You know what I'm saying? Using Nani Madueke's transfer fee from Arsenal to buy Xavi Simmons. That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. This is what I'm saying, innit? Bro, it's painful, man. For you, man, it's nah. Let's just. This is not what I wanted to do. Chelsea have bought in consultant agent Ali Barat. See, their recruitment team in the deal of Xavi Simmons. He helped many deals at Chelsea for the owners. They want this one done. Agree in personal terms won't be a problem. Talks should start soon. So, listen, it is what it is, isn't it? In 48 games for PSV, he scored 22 goals, 11 assists. The problem is with some of these Dutch players, yeah, is that sometimes they end up leaving too early, bro. Do you know what I mean? They leave too early, bro. Play your football, get your experience, and then leave. Don't leave too early, bro. But yeah, obviously it's trending. Chelsea have put. Oh look, we just got this exclusive. 11:54 a.m. So that's just after I went live. Chelsea have put plans in motion to sign Morgan Rogers from Villa. Joe Shields is keen on the move. Oh my god, bro. Joe Shields wants to sign Rogers by fire or force. He's not wrong, you know. This guy's not wrong. Because Joe Shields love these, like, what's it called? These city guys, innit? We need more outgoings. There are about 7, 8 players need to be sold. List is long. I hope we get Rodgers and Simmons, but we need to be careful. Yeah, listen, I don't know how we're gonna do this one, but welcome to Chelsea. You know what I mean? That's what we do at Chelsea. We buy and sell any player. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know what's going on over here. Listen, before we cook anyone here, highest wage bills in European football last season. So looking at this now, yeah, I know that just came in and it's nothing to do with transfers, but bro, we're only what 10 million, not 14 million difference between us and Arsenal, for example, yeah. But we have so much more players. So imagine what your wage bill's like, bro, for you to be in a situation where your wage bill's like on this level, bro. That's crazy. Xavi Simons have to clean open the door. Okay, according to Marca, all Real Madrid's 13 players have been informed of their roles for the upcoming season. Rodrigo find it difficult to get playing time at Real Madrid. Apparently, obviously, we know that this guy wants to join Sunderland. We get that. Liverpool are not done yet in the window. More signings expected soon. Okay. And I've seen the picture of Mascara. Yeah, on what's it called? I've seen the picture of Mascara in the airport, man, on Top's stream. You know what I mean? He was live, yeah. You know what I mean? And man sitting in the airport, bro. He's sitting in the airport. You know what I mean? That don't make sense. He is sitting in the airport. Yo, my guy Steve, man. What you saying, bro? Hope you're doing well. One sec. Big up, yeah, man. Big up, Steve, man. Hope you're doing well. I know you've been doing some of these watch alongs and that recently, so yeah, man. I'm chilling. So I'm just watching. What's it called? We went over some of these transfers, potential transfers. Obviously, man like Granit Xhaka played one preseason game under Ten Hag, and it was like, nah, I'd rather go to the relegation scrap, potential relegation scrap. But they have a lot of players from Africa or AFCON, right? And that one, sorry, from Africa who are potentially going to AFCON. So there's no point, yeah. There's no point of they may fall off when most of their players go to AFCON. So they need to find a way in it, even though their business hasn't actually been that bad. Is Xavi Simons still linked to Chelsea? So we obviously have to find out what's gonna happen over there. Yeah, man. I think he's a good player, innit? I think he can provide us something, and sometimes you do have to try different things, innit? Yeah. It's not easy for you still, but you know what I mean. Sometimes you give credit when credit's due. Obviously, I think there's 4 people in the building, or we're gonna call it 3, because one of them is actually Steve. If you haven't subscribed to Steve before, you know what I'm saying? He's one of them people that knows the ball, watches a lot of football, all the different leagues. Basically, he's one of our fellow scouts, innit? Do you know what I mean? Someone that watches so much football, you just ask, if Steve rates him, I rate him. You know what I mean? One of them ones, man. Now, just make sure you subscribe to him. He's back on YouTube again. And yeah, man, he does a lot of watch-alongs, like Portuguese league, German league, French league. Do you know what I mean? So go over to his channel, man. Just hit the if you click that link, it won't take you away from the live. You can literally press it. It'll just open on another, like, it'll be like on just overlay. Subscribe to the channel. Come back to the video, bro. Do you know what I mean? But what else are we talking about now? Yeah, man. It's just, bro. It's just Xavi Simmons, bro. That's all it is, bro. Let's check. Let's see what else is going on this thing. And I was looking at this thing. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Anything about Strasbourg, just ask him in it, or just see what he says. I don't even watch like Strasbourg. I just watch like highlights and that. But I ain't got all that time, bro, to do it. I don't know how you do it, but that's what I rate the thing, man. I'll just ask Steve, and then Steve just tells us everything we need to know, and then if we need to do a bit more research, but at least we get some idea of what we think in it. Oh, come on, bro. Like, oh, of course. Anytime. Who are Chelsea playing in pre-season? You think I know, bro? Let me find out, innit? I don't know. Chelsea pre-season. I know that we only have a couple of games, bro. We only have a couple of days. Big up Musti as well, man. Big up. Yeah, we're playing Bayern Leverkusen and AC Milan. Okay, so Friday, 8th of August, the Blues return to action where we kick off Bayern Leverkusen. Our second and final preseason game, AC Milan. And then 17th of August, we play Crystal Palace. Yeah, but which UCL though? Yeah, you know what it is, yeah? I should be watching the Eredivisie. For some reason, I don't. I don't know. Maybe because final is rubbish, innit? It's just one of them ones. So I don't have any. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't have a reason to watch. You know what I mean? I'm like, nah. But it's fun, and a lot of players are actually. You're right, you know, because I used to watch it when I was younger, and it was sick, man. Because remember when I used to watch it, you had Mertens in the league, you had Mertens in the league, you had all these players, bro. Right? He was playing for Utrecht at the time when we used to be there. So around that time, there was all these other footballers that used to play there. And a lot of the times when players go over there, especially on loan, ball out, or kind of get more experience in, they come to other leagues and they're way more comfortable on the ball. But the weird one is when they leave too early. Or even if players go on loan to Holland and come back, yeah, you always see some improvement in them. Big up Baylet Sports. Yeah, big up, bro. Hope you're doing well. Dude, you gotta do some RC's watch alongs with me this season if you get time. Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, if I'm around, 100%, we'll do some, innit? Because, bro, that team, hopefully they don't turn into a selling club, because I know that they tried I think some clubs are offering money for that Morera guy, but they've held firm, I think, at 30 million. So hopefully they keep some of these players, innit? Strasbourg gonna be in the UCL. Man, I'm talking about UCL, you know, UCL, bro. I think was it some ex or a Nottingham Forest player on loan or something gave that penalty away, and then people are making it look like, you know, he's been paid or something to let them. Yeah, I think you're talking about that Conference League. You know what I mean? I don't know who's gonna win the Eredivisie. You can make a case for any other team. Ajax low-key bottlers, innit? However, they usually have the better teams, innit? PSV has always been dangerous. Obviously, they've won the league this season. Yeah, big up to Devante because his team bottled the thing. You know what I mean? Italian Arteta, man like Farioli and that. And they're also losing some of their players, even though Devante is telling me he doesn't care about losing those players. So, here's what it is. But like you said, it's a bit more of a close title race over there. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, this is Bailey's link to his channel. So if you click on there, you can sub to his channel. I think he's an Arsenal fan, bro. The way I got to his channel, yeah, is when I done that translation thing for Lee about Timber's injury. I remember coming off, going to bed, and I remember refreshing YouTube, and he was live, and I think he was reacting to it. I mean, so we were watching him react to it at the time. But yeah, then I subscribed to him, and I see that he does content all the time. Do you know what I mean? Now, what? Listen, what are you man's thoughts about this Gyökeres thing, innit? Yeah, oh yeah, but Quentin Timber, I think he plays. He's more of a DM and that. I remember when we done the that thing for Lee, the translation thing. Those people were laughing at them, saying, "Yo, you man, why didn't you just play your brother, bro? Why didn't you just play your brother?" And obviously, because they're twins, yeah, you wouldn't have known that he's the guy. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't have known that it's the other Timber that's playing in that position against PSG. Just throw your brother on there. PSV lost 6 starters from their 11. It might be difficult to replace them. You know what it is, yeah? That's when we usually win the titles in Holland, like Feyenoord, is when other teams have their difficult period or are, lost their players or didn't have the right manager and all this. But other than that, we do our thing, innit? We do our thing sometimes. You know what I mean? But nothing to gloat about anymore. I mean, they're letting us down, bro. Yeah, come on, big up, bro. We should sign Quentin Timber. Yeah, you said that. But you, man, another defender, though. Or CDM. Is that what you want, Godfrey, yeah? Another CDM. Little does he know, yeah, is that he set himself up, bro. It's not Sporting's fault, bro. It's not Sporting's fault. If you, man, just slap the money for this little bit of money, you could be gone. You get me? You got the player, everything's sorted. He's basically on his knees. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Someone get him some knee pads, bro. The way he's on his knees, just sell him, bro. At this point, just sell him because it don't make sense. The way he's just begging and begging and begging, it's crazy, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like this, they've offered him to other people and whatever. I don't know. Man said crazy. It's not crazy, bro. We're getting him. You know what I mean? We're getting him, mate. I'm not listen, not for sure. Like I'm not gonna come and say 100%. Like I'm not doing what Arsenal fans are doing with the Gyökeres thing. He's coming. Don't worry, guys. He's coming. Obviously, things can still break down or whatever, innit? But you could see somewhere here, man. Man's fully opened the door on that. Apparently, I don't know what that means, but Xavi Simons has completely opened the doors to Chelsea as his priority now. Club to club talks will start soon. My brother Bayless, yeah. You man gave us 52 million to buy this player, bro. When he bought Madueke, fam. So it's one of them ones, isn't it? Liverpool are not done yet in the window. That's another dangerous thing. I think they might still get someone. Obviously a left winger if that striker. I mean, if Diaz and them leave, innit? So we'll see. Mosquera, yeah, we've seen him sitting in the what's it called? In the gate. Do you know what I mean? In Heathrow, waiting for his flight next to everyone else. You wouldn't think he's a footballer. João Felix is the subject for talks. We spoke about this. Chelsea won 50 million for him, but 50 million euros, isn't it? 40 something million pound. Yeah, Iketika is going to do his medical today, apparently. Arsenal remain confident of signing Gyökeres. The criteria for add-ons and how achievable they are the focus. Bro, like, this is crazy, you know. Nah, this is crazy, bro. Like, this don't make sense, you know. Like, literally, I'm pretty sure that you lot went over there and tried to tell him, like, we'll pay the 10 million if we win the Champions League and the Premier League and that. And man, I thought, nah, you're not doing us like that. Because if you think about it, yeah, the amount of money that you get paid, like, add-ons, if, let's say, you can finesse someone by doing the add-ons thing. Do you get me? That's like adding salt. Like, how can I say this, bro? That's like adding you get a bag of like, I don't know, sugar and add like 300 grams of salt instead of sugar. So you're not getting 100%. So these times I'm thinking, ooh, 70 million. I'm not getting 70 million, bro. I'm getting 60 million. So where's that 10 million? If this happens and if that happens, it don't make sense. So a lot of the times, They make it look like he gets 70 million because they're gonna say 60 plus 10 in it, you know. You think he got 7, but in reality he only got 60. The rest of the money might never be achievable, bro. And the way Arsenal been doing it, low-key smart business, blood. They just tell everyone, yo, listen, man, we win a trophy as add-ons, and they don't win in trophies. So none of the add-ons are getting hit. But for a player like that they need right now, you just hit the bro. You just give him the add-ons, bro, and just keep it moving, innit? The only thing that's letting you guys get away with it is the fact that no one's trying to get Gyökeres, bro. If we wanted Gyökeres, you'd have lost it time ago. Because I don't know, we would have offered him something, even though we don't pay that much wages. You know, we'd have hijacked that thing and left. If he was open for a move, like in general, and he didn't just want Arsenal, he could have gone to United. He would have done whatever he needed to do to go to any other club. At some point, he's good, bro. If he's a man, yeah, and not a beta male, bro. He can't, even if this deal doesn't go through, he has to go somewhere else, bro. He can't go back to Sporting and then say, I'll wait for the move in January. If he does that, yeah, it makes sense why he's going to Arsenal, innit? Do you know what I mean? You're not getting a player like Aubameyang or someone that his mentality's there and is really and truly is willing to shake up everything to get the goals, and he has a personality, innit? No, but I'm not saying he is. I'm saying if he's not going, this is my thing, innit? If Arsenal keep playing him, then he's being disrespected, which happened to Lavia with like Liverpool, innit? He was like, listen, okay, cool, what? Now you want to come back for me, but you got the money for Caicedo? Nah, you know what? I'm leaving. You can't be getting disrespected, bro. These men are just holding up for a couple of million. You know how Arsenal fans are. We're not going to blame our club. We're going to blame Sporting. I think it was Gunnar Solskjaer that yesterday he was talking about, oh, Arsenal, Sporting keeps moving the goalpost. You know, bro, you know who's moving goalposts? Galatasaray, bro. Go and look at Napoli and Galatasaray. Sorry, not Galatasaray, it's Napoli. Every time they try to agree for this price thing when it comes to Osherman, no, we want 35 plus this. We want this upcoming payment to be 40 million. And then when they go back to negotiate, they keep moving the prices, bro. And Galatasaray has been patient. They've managed to agree on the deal and how much they're going to pay. And he's, I think, finally leaving. But the point I'm making is, you're the one that needs him, bro. They just want to get their money. And I spoke to Northside about this, obviously, Portuguese team and all that. And he was saying that it's important for them because that's their one main way of making money. Right? They don't make that much money on TV deals. They don't make that much money on that sponsorship and that as we do in the Premier League. So these big transfers is what keeps them alive. They can make them spend more money and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to try to get the most they can. And when he's seen as the striker that scored 50 goals, blah, 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 all of that, they're looking around and saying Ekitika's gone for 92 million or 95 million, full package, all of that. Yeah, euros. Because, someone's going to be in my comments later saying you're lying about the price. But the point I'm making is, obviously, it's like you kind of want, you just have to drop the money, bro. We dropped the money for Lukaku at the time. We tried to get Haaland. When we tried to get Haaland, he was saying, oh, no. I think they wanted 800,000 a week. That's before he went to City. He wanted 800k, I think 800k a week, whatever, when he was at Dortmund, yeah. Because remember, I think we would try to get him earlier, would have been cheaper or something like that. Never happened. I think it was 800k a week in euros, by the way. But saying that, obviously, we didn't end up going for him, and then we was like, listen, the one player that's out there, maybe we can bring him back, is... Yeah, I think there was a story about him wanting 800k a week, the agent, because they kind of didn't want to sell him to us, so they ended up just selling him to City. He went end up going to City, innit? But I remember that. There was something about that. We're not lucky. Gyökeres tanked his value. What do you mean Gyökeres tanked his value? Do you mean by the way he was behaving? But look, bro, they're Portuguese. I don't think they'll let him go. Like, I don't see it. I definitely don't see them letting him go, bro. Like, what I mean by that is like, you either pay the money or he's not going. And I think what Arsenal are trying to do is, knowing that the closer it gets to the deadline day, the bigger the chances, innit? Does that make sense? Like, the bigger they might change their mind, which is the same game that we're playing with Man United. Even though we're out of like, it looks like we're out of the race, but we can always go back to him because his contract runs out in obviously not runs out, but he could start speaking to other clubs in January, which means if they don't accept the money that we want to pay for him, and there's no other clubs involved or that we're trying to get money on, then we just told them, cool, yeah, if you're not gonna try to make a deal happen right now, we'll just get him in January for free. So you just pick what you want. So it's negotiation tactics, isn't it? But we're not desperately in need in a goalkeeper the same way Arsenal's desperate for a striker. As in, I know that our goalkeeper situation is mad, but I can say, play Jurgensen, innit? Or play anyone else. I can find a way, innit? But the importance of where you are as a club right now and what a striker can do for potentially you being in a title race and your 5% chance of winning it, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm taking a mic, but you hear the point, yeah? You need to close this deal ASAP, bro. Because you can't say, we'll get him in January. Oh, we're getting him next season. You can't do that, bro. You're in phase 6 or 7. You can't. And this is the difference, bro. So this whole thing about blaming Sporting, they don't need to sell him, bro. People are saying he can break his contract and all that if he don't go to Finger. He'll just keep getting fined. And he's the one breaking his contract. Do you know what I mean? If they have the right to say that, no, we want a certain player or we want to do this or do that. He should be turning around and telling Arsenal, they'll just drop the money, man. I've already gave away 2 million. I've heard someone in the chat tell us the other day, when Northside done the Yokra stream, Yokra is chilling in Sweden, and he got back with his ex. So if that's what happened, he might be thinking about different things again, bro. You never know. So you never know. Yeah, Conceição. Conceição, he was another one, man. People should have gotten Conceição. People should have gotten Conceição, bro. Yeah. That whole people, you know what it is, yeah? People thought that if he stopped going to training, obviously he's in breach of his contract after a certain amount of games and all that, so they can get rid of him. You get rid of him if he weren't a asset. But they know that if he comes back, plays, then he's an asset. Like, what's the point of getting rid of him, bro? Do you know what I mean? This is one of our youngsters. I can't lie, I only know about him because when I done FIFA career mode, he was in the team. You know what I mean? Yeah, apparently the ex that apparently he left, yeah. He's back with her, bro. You're big up Taz, my guy, man. Welcome, my brother. Welcome. While I'm here looking for this right now, looking at what I'm doing now. Yeah, make sure you hit the likes if you haven't hit the likes. Subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. Do you know what I mean? 500. 5 bills. Yeah, we've just gained 2 subscribers today, man. Hopefully, man. Big up Seniac, man. Big up. I didn't even know you subscribed to me, bro. I obviously know you from like Lewis's channel and that. Big up to you, man. Yeah, I didn't even know about this Wiley guy, man. I found out about this Wiley guy from FIFA, bro. You know what I mean? He was in my career mode team, and I was like, who's this guy? Yeah, Ben Jacobs, Chelsea still active on Joroheo. Big up, bro. Oh, yeah, you're in that group with us, innit? Yeah. No bid yet, but one to watch. Yeah, listen, Watanambe. Watanabe. Okay, Watanabe. That's it. Listen, yeah, we'll find out about him when I watch the thingy. Obviously, some of the big news that we've seen today was about Granit Xhaka. You know what I mean, Mr. Shaka. He played one game under Ten Hag, one preseason game, and said, "Yeah, I'm dipping, bro. I'm there for me." Ben Jacobs tweeted an hour ago, Manchester United are not currently pursuing Nicholas Jackson. Situation will only change if finances of a potential deal alter significantly. Nothing active as it stands, despite respect for the player. But to be fair, he did also say that we're not bidding for João Pedro anymore. So sometimes things change, innit? Understand MUFC are currently unlikely to bid for Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, that's it. He's gone. I don't know who he is. Conceição. Is Sesko staying at Leipzig? Yeah, I mean United is not spending 90 million on him, obviously. So yeah, it's yo. Listen, Godfrey, it's peak, because look at this here. Obviously, I thought that I forgot that you man I can't see this now. But I was going through each one, innit? That's kind of violent. But listen, where is this thing gone? Look at Hugo Ekitike, man. He's on the private jet. You know what I mean? He's flying from, I don't know, France or Germany, if that's where he is right now. And he's going to Liverpool and that. And then Mosquera sitting in Heathrow on the gate, trying to take the plane to Singapore, bro. Crazy, You know when the Cronkies said they want to be self-sustainable, bro. They violated the thing, Liverpool splashing money and you man can't even book a flight. I mean, also what I've heard about this Mosquera guy, yeah, which is another L, is that apparently he failed his medical and they still signed him, bro. Bro, I don't know, man. Obviously today Atletico Madrid and Chelsea start club to top toes. Listen, Renato Vega just ruined it for himself, bro. I heard the thing that he wanted more consistent game time, but then he started saying I want to play left centre back, and I was like, we don't have a backup for Cucurella. He wasn't actually a bad player. He was comfortable inverting into midfield. So for me, it was more like, you know what, yeah, he can do our thing. He can do a thing, but he just wanted the move, managed to get the move, and then I don't know. I heard some people are saying it's paperwork, but some people are saying he did he did fill one part of the medical, but then they may have changed their mind about it. So it's not necessarily, because remember you can fail it. So what happens in the medical is like they do certain tests, and then they also look at your medical history in terms of like injuries and that. And if it doesn't cause a problem, then if they don't believe it's a problem, then you can pass. So you don't have to be a certain level of fit. You just have to. They have to look at your thing, and if they end up saying, you know what, yeah, we're not cool with this, then you fail your medical. Like it's not really you not being able to do a certain test or whatever. But if they find you have an injury that they didn't know about, they can fail you, even though it might be like a basic thing. But a lot of the times the club's willing to get it all sorted out and that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and big up Donna. Hope you will. Which is weird because a lot of us kind of think that medicals are like there's certain tests you have to do, and if you can't pass all the tests, you don't pass the medical. But that's how it's not is, because I remember watching a video about medicals, and it would, or like you follow one of those players around that's about to do his medical, goes to sign and everything, and you see what happens in medicals. I don't remember who it was anymore. It was like a football club showing the medical way and all that. So yeah, man, we'll see. One sec, guys. One sec. Sorry, people, man. Sorry. I just had to send someone a message real quick. Yeah, the Mosquera thing. Yeah, like Nabil Fekir and that, those kind of things. Barca are not into active talks to sign Dumfries. The case has gone quiet since June. Barca consider Kunde untouchable. I remember when we tried to sign Kunde years ago. Yeah, man, Dumfries, I think it was like, what is it, 13 million? Yeah, it's like, Steve, how much was it? You might know. I think Dumfries, after the final, they were talking about something like 13 or 14 million for him, bro. It was like cheap money. Like, if anyone was looking for a right back, bro, you had one right there. You know what I mean? Nah, you're good, bro. You're good. Everyone has their things. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's busy. Some people are working. I do the same thing. When I'm on streams watching people's stuff, I'm driving around. So I got like my phones and the whatever phone holder or whatever all connected to the car and or the cars I'm driving on the day. So a lot of the times I got the stream on, but I'm not, or I might say big up in the chat, and I'm driving, so I don't even read the chat. So, because I'm driving, so there's no point looking at the chat. It's like a podcast, bro. Especially with like panel shows and that. I kind of stopped listening to music now, which is weird. Like, I just listen, like, because obviously we spend so much time on YouTube, yeah. I don't even look. I'm just there, like, just looking, listening to the show, and then another show come up. So we just get we could channel hoppers. That's what we call us, bro. We just go from channel to channel to channel. Wherever you redirect us, that's where we're going. You know what I mean? But yeah, 70 million is crazy money for the Zabani guy. You're right. Yeah, 30 million. Yeah, it's around that money kind of thing. Yeah, I don't remember. Maybe it's 30 million euros or something around that price, isn't it? But now they're saying they don't want to sell him. We'll see. United will focus on striker areas or number nines. Inquiries for Ekatike, Ocares, Sesko, Watkins, Jackson on the list, but not actively pursuing. Can change if prices reduce. Yeah, so he's not necessarily that technical. Yeah, Steve Dumfries. I watch him a lot. Pace and power. He runs, like, bro, and he's also very good. Like, it's like the way sniffs opportunities, bro. Like going forward, he always waits. He always manages to get to the ball in the back post. Has a shot, does something like forward. Going back though is when he finds himself going forward a bit more like Hakimi, and then he leaves that space, and then he's tracking back sometimes. It's bad, innit? Whereas kind of Hakimi gets a little bit away with it because he's better defensively. Understand? Let me change this again. Nah, because Timber can kind of do both. He's not really a goal scorer. Like he doesn't get himself in those goal scoring positions and goals, but he's good going forward. But then he's also good defensively. So you look at it from like he'd rather have a balance of good going forward and good going back instead of only having good going back kind of thing. Good defensively, but I've always wanted my right back to just defend, bro. You know what I mean? If I can get my creativity from the midfield, from my right side of midfield, or whatever, from my 10 or like anywhere else, I'll take that. As much as I don't mind having creativity on the wings, but it's just one of those things, man. I'm not trying to have someone who can attack so well but can't defend. Because then you just have liabilities in the back, bro. Or you have to find a way to cover his weakness, bro. Yeah, he's like him. See, remember I was saying this earlier, Godfrey, yeah? That the price is never expected to be 80 million euros because not all the add-ons were paid. So he was talking. This is the thing I was looking for earlier and I couldn't find it. Arsenal and Chelsea both have Xavi Simmons on their radars. Reported last month. Leipzig, was it reported last month? I thought you reported it like last week. Simmons keen on Premier League move to leave the summer. Leipzig paid 50 plus 30, but not all add-ons triggered since leaving PSG. 65 million plus add-ons is understood to be the realistic ballpark. So 60 million pounds is what? 65 million Euros is 56. That's like 56 million. Yeah, 56 million pound, bro. That's not that expensive, but yeah, I mean, do you think Botman would start for Netherlands if his fitness improves? He can, because when we have Stefan de Vrij, we have Van Dijk, De Ligt, we have Van der Ven, like in terms of both of those defensive positions, like both centre back positions. So it depends on who we, how he wants to play. But I think when we looked good. We've played three in the back as well. What's this man, bro? Sometimes I just have brain farts, bro. Ronald Koeman, that's it. He just depends on how he plays. But yeah, man, we have a lot of defenders. And Godfrey, that's why that Dean Hyson decided to be Spanish and just left, bro. Because Dean Hyson, yeah, he's not bad and he could get a start and all that, but the pathway to becoming a centre back at Spain looks not easier, but he already has Kubasi there. He could be the one. They are like the two upcoming centre backs that could potentially be taking those spots. And you know what I mean, after whoever this generation ends up going, so it's easy for him to get in there than it would get in thingy. My issue is just that some of these Premier League managers, yeah, just injuring bare of our players, bro. Look what they done to like Van der Ven, yeah, with Ange and that. You know what I mean? Every time someone injured, bro, leave our players fit. Even what's the guy doing? Timber done, what's it called? Arteta done the same to Timber. So these things happen, innit? But we need you to be fair, mate. You know what I mean? We need you to be fair and treat them well. You know what I mean? Treat them well. Yeah. So we've seen this. Obviously, yeah. I seen this yesterday as well. And Godfrey, you know who this is? The African goon and that. Yeah. Man said, "Would this stop us from getting Eze?" So Ben Jacobs responded, yeah, and said one or the other, at least without a significant outgoing. At least without. There's an overlap in their profiles. Him and Eze are quite, one of them tens that can play on the left and that, whatever. Let's see if the advanced interest has no formal talks yet. While key to Eze is whether Palace will do business outside the release clause. Should have further clarity on that next week, which is 18th of July I was talking about. He got cooked by Ali. Yeah, that's him. Okay, but this is the thing though, yeah. My thing is that obviously by now we already know that Xavi Simon wants Chelsea from what we've read. So we'll see what happens. Situations okay, Emi Martinez open to Manchester United even without UCM football. It all depends on Andre Onana. That's what was posted before. Villa are now in a stronger financial position following sale of the women's team. Yeah, these ones sold the women's team, you know. Original plan was to bring in a young number 2, talks for Senna Lamens. But I think they did get Senna Lamens or something, or they were talking to him. Yeah, no, okay. Obviously, this 11 hours ago, which means they're probably still talking to him. Yeah, because I saw the name before, but I thought they bought him at the time, but they didn't. Yeah, man, we'll see what happens with the goalkeeper situation, innit? The goalkeeper situation is just don't make sense. Don't make sense, mate. We're not hearing anything about the goalkeeper situation either, man. So yeah, Tim Weah and all of that. Nothing else really. Yeah, this guy tweeted. Unfortunately, I'm not going to whatever. What did he say? Something about him not being able to go to Trabzon sports. Bro, I used to be surrounded by Turks, bro. I used to say it easily. Now all of a sudden I can't say it. Trabzonspor. Yeah, he was supposed to go over there, and then I don't know, something's broke down, so he's managed to seal a deal to Flamengo, and he apologized to the Turkish fans. That was funny. He said, you know what? I ain't letting Fabrizio do it. I'm doing it myself. You know what I mean? I'm doing it myself. Now, yeah, Gio Reyna's going. I ain't heard his name in ages, bro. I don't know what he does, where he does. Richard Rios, man, United fumbled another target, bro. Because remember, Another guy that's leaving is that Stupian, which they were linked with. Those are the two players they were linked with, bro. And they wouldn't have been bad, like, what's it called? Bad signings. So I don't know what's going on here. Milan have reached an agreement, see, for Stupian. Yeah, we got Here We Go, and then Ben Jacobs said they've reached an agreement. But this is the thing, though, yeah. You see how all these clubs are what's it called? Doing what we doing. 5+1 deal. You know what I mean? Avila sold their women's team. Listen, when you're a disruptor of a market, or when you do something, yeah, that no one has done before, everyone thinks you're crazy until they realize when it starts working and you're not looking as crazy anymore. You know what I mean? And he's getting the number 19, you know, Rash's number. You know what I mean? Because it was 39. I'm pretty sure it was 39, 19, and 10. Or was it 39 and 10? I don't know, man. I had a feeling. I thought Rashford won 19. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, innit? These two are actually good players, bro. They're good players. This guy's gone to Saudi, bro. I think Joey was telling me about this guy. I mean, yo, Steve, is this guy good? Because I think people were saying he's a mad finisher and he was getting, what's it called? 65 million euros to Saudi from Atalanta, bro. 3-year deal. 3-year deal. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it was 39. Because remember, that was his number when he first came through. 39. I'm pretty sure he had 19. Because that's probably when, like, Rooney and that was still around. And then he got the 10. I'm guessing. I could be wrong. You know what? It was 39. I think when he became a part of the first team, that season after is probably when he changed to 19. And then he got the 10. Yeah, bro. So some of these players are going there, but you can't actually leave for a couple of years. Otherwise, you have to pay all your taxes back and that for whatever the new the country that you're from, innit? You have to stay there for a certain amount of years to be able to earn that money that you were earning at Saudi and all these other countries tax free. To get it? So it don't make sense that some people are not thinking, bro. If the life over there ain't the right life, like if you're not enjoying it, the difference is that you have freedom's a mad word, like, but it's like you can do whatever you want here, innit? Like you can go out, go to the club, go to this, smoke weed on the street, whatever. Like you can do all these things. Those things are just not allowed in Saudi, innit? So all you have to do is live within their means. But it's like there's certain things people just can't let go of, and if that's part of your life, then you can't go to Saudi, bro. But people in Saudi they live a normal life. It's not. Some people think, oh, you can't do a lot of things. You're limited and that. But because it's within our religion, there's nothing really there that we can't. All we can't do is we can't drink. You can't really smoke. People still smoke cigarettes, but it's like it's not. It's not like you don't get arrested for smoking cigarettes. Obviously, there's no alcohol in that there. There's not really any clubs and that because that's against our religion and that to be mixing people, whatever, yeah. So there's like, if you don't have to do, if all of that is mixed, that's most things people do here anyway in Europe or the West, yeah. So it's like, cool, you know what I mean? There's no issues. If you don't need it, if you're not desperate, you're chilling, you can make your money. Do you get it? So it's not a problem. So we'll see what happens with this guy. Hopefully he doesn't ruin his career. This is what I'm saying. It's not always about the money, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like someone like Tony is like laid back. You know, he can focus on his own thing or whatever. They go over there, they just enjoy their life, innit? They got their friends over, whatever. You know, they don't need to be outside all the time and whatever, whatever. Whereas some people just need to find things to do everywhere, innit? So yeah, man. Even this Flamengo guy, bro, the Wesley Don, bro. Look at him, bro. Now he's getting the move. He was running that day. He was running mileage. Listen, why is Levy trending, bro? Listen, I know this thing's taking a left turn here, but remember we were signing, MG didn't happen, Wharton didn't happen. Oh, yo, Godfrey, bro. How was Tottenham fans turning on their owners and that before you, man, bro? This is the. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. So apparently, so they're trying to get Pauline on a loan, so people are losing it. I'm pretty sure as well that Morgan Williams, that the focus at Tottenham remains on closing the deal for White. But from what I read yesterday was that White is not trying to do White. Nottingham Forest are not trying to do business with Forest. So Nottingham Forest are not trying to do business with Tottenham. Sorry. We'll see though. But now they're saying, okay, cool. That Wharton, that couple, like when we last done the show, what's that show called? Prem Talk on Northside's channel. Me, Sunshine, Omar, and Deji. Make sure you subscribe to Northside's channel. We do, when the football comes back, we'll be doing that every week, and that a lot of people love that show, so we'll bring it back, and it's gonna be more spicier than it was like during this period, because there hasn't been anything like to really get at each other at, really. We don't have to get at each other, but there's always something being said like by Deji or someone, and the whole thing just goes backwards. But he said that we were signing Belieber. Do you know what I mean? We have a surprising one. We're signing Belieber. Do you know what I mean? And it's like what's the other thing? He said recently Solanke is better than Gyökeres. Maybe a better footballer than that, but he's not a better finisher than Gyökeres. But this is the thing. Yeah, but this is the thing about Deji. Yeah. Big up to Deji, my guy. But he's one of them people, yeah, that he's elite in it, what he does. People don't understand, like, I've said this before, bro. He's an entertainer. Deji's an entertainer, bro. Like, he's willing to say the stupid thing to entertain the chat and entertain thingy, whether it's rattling people or actually, making you believe that, bro, he throws the fishing line. He makes you think that he's stupid, but then sometimes he actually, when he switches from being honest or real, and that once you clock the game, bro, Godfrey, once you understand when he's taking a mic, or he randomly just goes at someone, he was like, I don't know why Omar has gone from the screen, you know. And Omar ain't done anything. He just sends for him. But that's what he does, throws digs. And it's like, once you see that part of Deji, you realize that, okay, this guy's elite at what he does. Like, do you know what I mean? He's willing to rattle you. He knows his club ain't all that sometimes, but whatever. Do you know what I mean? But this is the thing. He also gets like something out of you as well as as the fellow panelist, innit? He tries to get you rattled, and then you're going back and forth. Then there's a show. And he sometimes you just feel like he gets bored, and he gets bored, so he ends up trying to just get at someone, yeah, just to get the vibe off in the stream. But yeah, he was saying these things, innit? So, but whatever, Adam Morton and all that, we're gonna get them done soon. We're moving like a big club, and all of those haven't happened yet. You know what I mean? So I'm have to hit up Northside and say, yo, listen, we have to bring back Deji. I'm saying, hey, if they end up signing all of these players and only sign one player. You know what I mean? What happened to being elite? And he's gonna blame Levy or something. You know what I mean? Oh, so that's funny. That's funny. I can use that. But this is the thing, though, yeah. Why am I keep burping, bro? But this is the thing, though, yeah. Obviously, okay, you're not. So why waste the time? If the deal's dead, go get another player, bro. You can't be doing all this, wasting everyone's time. All crooks trending. Let's see. We have one of the best strikers in the league. Oh, Max is gonna lose it, bro. 2 30-year-olds up front. They're closer to hitting 35 than are hitting 30. Oh my days, bro. Oh my days. Oh, Mike's gonna lose it, bro. So apparently Agerd and another player is gonna stay. I forgot who the other midfielder is, or the whatever. Like they're both staying, and he dropped that video, and then Mike's dropped that video, and obviously now it's finding out that they won't get a striker. They prioritize other positions, bro. He said it. The only thing about Fulcrum is mentality, innit? He has a good mentality, but he's just older, bro. He's just older. Yeah, listen, Mike's it's peak for Mike though, man. It's peak. You know what I mean? It's peak. I was just looking at why something was trending, and I was like, why is Full Crook trending? Who else? Let's see. Because sometimes there could be news that you just haven't checked yet, innit? And I also got a few DMs about something. Ah, yeah, that's why I said Strasbourg is playing today. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, man, we feel for Mike's, man. You know what I mean? What is this? Yeah, man. Listen, I've had a bit of time today. So obviously the stream's the stream. But listen though, I'm not gonna speak about this thing. What Godfrey, yeah? On a real, and how many people? There's 5 people in the building, yeah? What do you man think? What do you man think, yeah? About the whole Caicedo and Rice thing, innit? Because this Twitter thing, oh my lord, bro. What do you guys think about that, bro? Because me, okay, let me be honest, innit? Let me be real and honest. Because obviously Godfrey knows that I can do the honest thing and no banter. I obviously think Caicedo's better than him, innit? But I know they're different players. They're different players. But the reason I mentioned it is because there's a whole thing going on about who's better and all that, whatever, yeah. And I know that a lot of people think that I'm saying Caicedo. I think Caicedo is better because he plays for Chelsea, whatever. But I'm one of them people, yeah. I'll willingly say Rice is better than Caicedo if I actually thought he was better than him. But there's so many, like, there's a couple of, like, a few things, like, Rice don't do, or he can't do, or it just, I can't, like, look away from it, innit? I can't, bro. Okay, cool, maybe Declan Rice is better, like, maybe he's not a better tackler, but he's good at sniffing danger, can protect the back line. My issue is I can't play him as a 6, a lone 6, because he can't progress the ball forward. But then again, he was always good at ball striking, and then crossing is a percentage game. When you cross the ball in, you just have to aim in a certain area, make sure you hit it with the right power. It doesn't have to be that accurate. Just you have to get it into a specific area, and you just have to try get it into a specific area. Crossing is not as difficult as people make it be, in it. But okay, cool. If you do like the Pogba, Scholes, and Kroos, and that way you whipping the ball around, like, okay, that's different, isn't it? But he's not on that either. My biggest problem with him is that if you do play him in the 8, he hides behind his man. And then if you what's it called? He doesn't move the ball forward at him, which means you can't really play him in the lone 6. He's not a very good ball progressor. He holds on to the ball for too long and then he moves it sideways. He has the trampoline for first touches, very, very iffy, which means he always ends up and then he tries to just turn and pass it back or pass it sideways. Yeah. So for me, those are things I just can't look away from, bro. No, but listen, I'm cool with Troops in it. That's my guy. But I know Troops in it. He's willing to back his player regardless, bro. He was doing the Martinelli Defense League. You know what I mean? Now it's, you know what I mean? He was backing Havertz, bro. He was backing Havertz, telling us Havertz has done better than this and that. As soon as he got a link to Gyökeres, he's a donkey now. You know what I mean? He'd rather have Gyökeres. This guy's a donkey. We just need a striker. I gave him time. He's not good enough. Yeah, I mean, Troops, I get it. Like, if you're going to go on shows and that, he'll defend his player regardless, innit? And I hear it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But if I'm going to have an honest conversation, bro, if I believed he was better, I don't care what people think about, oh, he's not defending his Chelsea players and all that. I don't care about that, innit? I'll come on there and just say, yo, listen, Caicedo, a good player, but I don't think he's on Rice's level. This is the thing Arsenal fans sometimes don't get. Like, if I was just deluded, like, not just me or all the Chelsea fans, we'll be saying he's better than Rodri, better than Pedri, better than this defensive player, better than this guy. Does that make sense? Why is it only we think he's better than Rice? That's because, remember, like, I can't look at... Yeah, but I'm pretty sure... You guys got... You were linked to Caicedo first, but ended up getting Rice, innit? Yeah, and you lot could have bought him for cheap as well in January or something like that. But you said we'll do good relations. We won't take the player off you in January. We'll get him in the summer. That would have been lit. If you got both of them, Caicedo could have been covering for the things Rice can't do, and then Rice can cover Caicedo for maybe if he gets out of position or does this and that. They complement each other, innit? Do you know what I mean? But you know what it is? Rice just gives me Passion Merchant and do you know what I mean? Like runner vibes. Do you know what I mean? He runs around, he got the passion, he can hit a ball. You know what I mean? Which he did at West Ham. Like, remember he scored, I think he even scored against Arsenal on that volleys or half volleys and all that, or shooting from outside the box. He was always doing that. The problem is he can't carry the ball for a longer distance or the similar distance as he used to do at West Ham because they don't play on the counter. You guys are always in front of someone else's box, so you end up on the ball a lot. And when you do play a low block, he doesn't do anything. Like, does that make sense? And I feel like that's one of the reasons why I don't see you guys in a title race. I just don't look. When I look at your midfield, it doesn't tell me, yeah, that midfield, when they have this midfield battles with a Liverpool, a City, a Chelsea, a Newcastle, I don't see your midfield getting over those midfields. You get it? And we'll get into it. Zubamendi, we don't know how he's going to start that season. If you look at, who's another player? Obviously, you lost that guy. What's his name? Party. That's all right. We get it. And then who else did you lose? Who else did you lose? Obviously, Jorginho and that. But then I don't feel like Nørgaard and that are to the level where you've improved your midfield and now they're on the level of those other midfielders, innit? And that's what I mean by that, bro. I just feel like it ain't enough. Do you know what I mean? I don't feel like it's enough. And with your attack not being as good, and I agree, your defense and goalkeeper, cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Some people might rate Raya or not rate him as high because he has some minor mistakes. I just think he's a good shot stopper. He just has to stop going way too forward and, being too, like, relaxed in it. He has to be focused, bro. But other than that, I think you have a good defense, good goalkeeper, right? My thing starts to go from midfield forward, innit? Midfield forward is going to be a problem. And then it really depends on how you end up playing. And for me, there's too much, not inconsistency, there's too much doubt on which way you guys will end up playing. That's the problem for me. I don't know, are you going to go fully defensive, like last season, corners and that? Are you going to play on the counter? Are you going to try press teams? Are you gonna, man to man press and all that? Like, which way are you playing? Because that kind of will tell me whether Gyökeres will succeed or not. Do you know what I mean? Because if you guys don't end up playing to the best of his ability, as in the best that suits him the most, and you guys could have done that. That's the thing. You get it? And a lot of people, yeah, and this is the thing, Godfrey, yeah, I know that you're not like that, but bro, a lot of these Arsenal fans think because they ended second and then before that they were second, and that they're automatically going to be second this season. At least. Like, they think they can challenge. Cool, yeah. Because they know, yeah, looking at what Liverpool's done, the business is crazy, innit? So, you need to do at least enough to get you to where the point gaps that you had from last season, and do more to make sure you want to be ahead of them. They've done the business that you guys should have done to catch up to them. Instead, they're doing it and running away from the rest of the league. Our thing was more about playing football at a high level and actually performing to what we wanted to see, and we've seen it in the final. That's how we want to be playing consistently. And if we add the right players bro, all we needed was a strike. Anyone that can go consistently. If we just put someone in like that, that would have taken us levels, because we already played good football. Like, our football was good. We already had everything working, and we just never took our chances. Now, putting a player that can help us play well and score goals will help us more. And we've seen it already. So, I think for me, easy. Not Nwaneri in the 10. I've been saying it, bro. You need a proper other right winger as well. I'm not saying Saka not, but because Saka's injury, whatever, like, you don't know how he's gonna come back. And you need the left winger, bro. And those things still haven't been fully addressed. And with that team, I don't see it. That's just my thing, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it, man. You know what? It's been a nice stream. I think we're all about to hit 2 hours. I think my guy, what's his name, man? What's his name? Let's see. YouTube. What we'll do is live stream. This is the link. I'll read that. I can't redirect everyone, innit? So just click that link. Hussam's live. He's doing the Liverpool show. And just put YASSERTV raid in the chat, or whatever. I think it was Zay that called it YASSERTV indirect raid the other day when we raided Cassia. So listen, that's my only way that I can actually send you somewhere else without just closing the thing. So go over there, just say YASSERTV raid. Big up to every single one of you. Like I said, thank you very much to even get into these numbers of subscribers. But yeah, man, Godfrey's been there from day dot. Thank you very much, bro. And listen, bro, I started the YouTube thing in October, yeah? So it's about to be a year now, yeah? Listen, maybe we could try get the 1K, just like as soon as we hit the 1 year, yeah? We'll try doing that. But till then, let's try to hit the 500 subscribers by, hopefully before the new season starts. Then obviously watch-alongs are going to be back the same way I did last season. And hopefully you, man, can't be like laughing at me because of the Sanchez mistakes, you know what I mean? Maybe this year will be a bit more serious. But yeah, I'm gonna make sure I do more content now. I'm gonna try and bring on some other. I know AJ's on holiday, obviously he's in Saudi. And then you have, yeah, man, I'm gonna try to get King on, the real King, the United fan, and there's some other people I'm trying to get on as well, yeah. So I'm gonna try to bring on some other people, and yeah, man. We'll be bringing more content though. We're gonna bring more content, more banter. It's not always serious or just trolling Arsenal or something. But yeah, man. Big up to you all. Big up to millions as well in the chat. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. Just click the link that I just put in the chat. Yeah, click that link that's in the chat. It's gonna take you to Hussam's channel. Hit a like over there. Tell him it's YASSERTV raid. And yeah, listen, man. Appreciate every single one of you. And I'm out, man. I'm out.